Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My remarks today will be directed to two different and very distinct groups of individuals: the hardworking taxpayers of this Commonwealth and those who work for the taxpayers. But first and most importantly, I want to say thank you to the taxpayers of this Commonwealth, the individuals and businesses working daily, year after year, to fund our Commonwealth. God knows we don't make it easy. Your diligence, hard work, is noticed and most sincerely appreciated. My focus now is going to come to those who work for the taxpayers. Some government employees believe state government has the right to continually confiscate taxpayers' hard-earned dollars. During the budget debate, legislators will advocate to increase spending and taxes. It's the same old playbook. It's been dusted off. It's been used many times before. Take from the businesses and taxpayers and give it to the government. These tax and spend bureaucrats will argue that the profitable businesses can afford to pay. I don't believe they understand who's really paying the bill. But as I continue my remarks, I'd like some people to reflect on this. For a nation to tax itself into prosperity is like a man standing in a bucket and trying to lift himself up by the handle. Sir Winston Churchill. I would substitute state in the place of nation, but you get the point. These companies already pay, when we're talking about severance tax, because that's where most people are going these days. They think it's the cure-all. These companies already pay an impact fee on natural gas extraction above the fees and taxes that are charged to all of their businesses. When businesses are taxed, they only have a few options. One, they can pass it on to the consumer. Number two, they can pay their employees less or hire a few employees, or their profits might be reduced. I believe it's extremely important to understand who we're taxing when we talk about taxes and raising taxes. Who owns these large corporations that can afford to pay? Well, I've got a news flash for some people. Pennsylvania's two largest pension systems, Sears and Piecers, own over 1 million shares of ExxonMobil, somewhere between 300,000 and 500,000 shares of Chevron. Our pension systems also own Anadarko, Cabot Oil and Gas, Chesapeake Energy, and I'm sure it would warm Vice President Cheney's heart to know we had enough confidence to invest in Halliburton. The owners of these companies are active and retired school teachers, state employees, and anyone in private industry who is enrolled in a 401k retirement account. In other words, these are our friends, neighbors, and Pennsylvania's families. If these companies have lower profits, the value of the pension portfolio is reduced. And there's only one way that we make that up, and that is to contribute more money. Well, that money will be contributed by the Commonwealth and the school districts. And the school districts get their money from the local property tax owner. So I hope everybody that's going to advocate to increase spending and taxes keeps in mind who they are taxing. And if there's two things that I would like to make sure that are remembered out of my remarks today is, number one, thank you to the people that work hard every day funding our Commonwealth. They earn the buck. The other thing is a quote from a friend of mine that I think many of us in this building could learn from, and that is, we can't spend what you don't have. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.